Hey all, back again, another video here. Now, as I've already talked on my other, videos about these specific, holster clips, absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. It is too upright in here. This needs to be much more, tilted. These teeth, this whole edge right here, there's my little pointer, there it is. This whole edge right here should have teeth just so that it grips better. It should. It really needs it. So needs to come out, needs to have teeth on this edge, not this goofy little round nub on the inside. I mean, yes, on one of my previous videos, somebody did point out that these specific poly clips sucked. Yes, they do. They absolutely do. I mean, yeah, the FOMIs, FOMI, and even these metal ones. These metal ones are even worse. They are trash. But the steel split style, specifically this one here that I had purchased already, this style is so much better. First, starting off, these are much shorter. It's a shallower fit, so you don't have so much steel sticking out, because this is the original that came with this, and I mean, you have so much rubber in there, it's ridiculous. I mean, it sticks out so far. But this clip right here, there it is. It has an absolute bite. I mean, it is on there. You can't pull your it's going to hike your pants. If your pistol gets stuck, it's going to hike your pants up, because you actually have to get your fingers under here to slip it over. You got to get it in there, because I mean, look at the curve. Look at the curve on that. Look at that curve. Nice healthy curve. This is set up nicely. When comparing the two, this piece up here is much more bent. I mean, you have at least a 5-degree difference on there. So you actually have, it's pushing down up here, which increases the pressure down here. You've got shallower bolts, so you have it's more, secured. Looks a lot better. Yeah. Oh, but what about the metal? It's steel. It'll set off a metal detector. And this won't? Somebody was commenting on other posts about different types of FOMI clips, and it was ridiculous because you can't use the steel ones because it'll set off a metal detector. And it's like, what? You're worried about your holster setting off a metal detector, but not your firearm? I mean, these screws will set it off too. But, I mean, just, yeah. Get this set up real quick here. Yeah, much better retention. It's not sliding off. I mean, I'm gonna rip my shorts. I can actually hear it biting into the fabric. Yeah, it's actually going to rip. It's gonna rip the shorts. I don't know if you guys can hear. I don't know if it's picking up on that. Yeah. I'm gonna rip my damn shorts just trying to yank that out. So, I mean, yeah. Yeah, small tear in the shorts. But yeah, I mean, you actually have a biting tooth on either side. See that big tooth in there? Big tooth in there. I mean, this thing has actual teeth that bite on. 2 points. So you're not, I mean, you can see that square notch. That is where the teeth were cut and folded out of. So you have all the bite force you need. And look, it hooks on your belt, it hooks on your pants. If you're going to do inside the waistband, you know, of dress pants or something, and you're wearing a nice belt, you've got it covered. It works so much better. It's a million times better than this flimsy piece of plastic junk. Rounded gear, you know, holster peoples, get rid of this crap. Ditch this, get this. Send these with these holsters, because this is donkey dick. It's junk. It's crap. I don't care if it says made in USA. This isn't made in USA. This is, I mean, it is identical to the same ones that say made in China, and it has the same molding, the same crap. I mean, these are junk. Holster builder right there. I mean, it's literally just changing out the screws and changing out this clip, and it makes it so much better. But I still hate the fact that this does not come up high enough. This whole outside edge should be up, all the way up and over to the top of this. It should come up to here. It should cover both of these on this outside edge. So they cut off way too much. It should come up to here all the way around. So from here to here, just fix that. Fix that, change this piece right here so these are more comfortable for the burst of thunders. Because, I mean, I hate having this jab into me. I hate having this part right here cutting into me. I just hate all this right here. This needs to be brought up and actually match the top of this, because all your other pistol holsters do. Why not the burst of thunder? It makes no sense. I mean, it really doesn't make any sense at all. But while we're talking about firearms and such, and while this is up here, a little PSA about people that are working with thread locker and Loctite. Stop squeezing the air out of the bottles, fucker. God, I hate going and getting a bottle of thread locker, or you know, using somebody's that's in their toolbox, and they squeeze out all the air. Loctite specifically is chemically enhanced liquid. It requires oxygen to stay in a liquid form. When oxygen is removed, that's when it hardens, that's when it seals. That's why when you put it on your threads and you tighten it down, the threads squish out all the air, oxygen leaves, and then it sets. You need the air in the bottle or in the tube for it to stay liquid. Now, when you get screws that already have Loctite on it, that is a completely separate type of Loctite. That's a completely separate type of thread locker. It's completely different. But have you ever noticed that when you do use thread locker like Loctite liquid and you have to take it off later, if you don't use heat and you just break that seal and you take it out, when you set the screws down, if you set them down long enough, you'll notice that the thread locker starts to soften and turn to a gooey, sticky mess. That's because it's activated with the oxygen. Air around it starts to liquefy it again. That's how it works. It stays solid when there's no oxygen. So please, for the love of God, stop squeezing the air out of the tubes. I mean, I just had to do some work on a pistol of mine and had to redo the thread locker on it, and it's like seeing this just reminded me. And yes, while I do say that red dots are obnoxious and stuff, I do have a couple pistols with red dots. I don't use them that often. I mean, hell, one of them I had to replace the battery on it because it sat for so long without being used that the battery just, died. And it's like, I've got red dots on different pistols. I've got them on rifles, and I've got a red dot on my shotgun, or one of my shotguns. I'm not sure which one. I think it's the Rock Island that has the red dot. Yeah, the Rock Island, the one that I was using for quail season. But yeah, it's not that hard to run iron sights. I prefer iron sights over a red dot because, batteries fail, red dots fail, electronics fail. And then what do you have? You have a firearm that you just have to guesstimate, where it's going to hit. So there you sit. But given enough practice, I do have the ability to use a red dot. I just prefer not to. But I digress. Again, FOMI clips, the plastic ones are junk, absolute shit. The steel ones that are designed like this are shit. These steel ones are amazing. I mean, it is actual spring steel. The old Alice pack clips, I wonder if I could find some of those. Yeah, the old Alice clips. This is the steel that these are made out of. So, if you want to get real FOMI clips, steel is where you go. Oh, but it'll rust. Yeah, eventually, but that's why it's coated. I mean, hell, it's coated the exact same way these guys are. They last for centuries. I mean, hell, we've got steel clips that have been in the military since what, World War II, still being used today, and it's like old, but yeah, they last forever. Even these goofy steel guys, these last forever too. They're slightly newer, but they're better than plastic. I get it. Plastic, it's lighter weight. Oh. Excuse me, man. I was up all day yesterday. 8 hours. It took 8 hours to do brakes on my friend's car. Yeah, that was fun too. Because the rear passenger brake caliper was seized up, so I had to do a bunch of work to get that freed so that we could change out the brake pads. Oh, her vehicle's a 2003. She bought it used. The brake pads and the brake rotors were factory parts. Factory parts. Never changed. Like, I was in shock. Her front driver, the rotor was completely wore down to where there was a huge lip all the way around the outer edge, and it was to the point where it was through the pad in some spots. Other spots there was just a hair left. And you take both the front and the back pad, you put them together, and you hold them against a brand new pad, just one size, and it was thinner than a brand new single pad. And it's like, oh my god, she was driving on nothing. But purchased her new rotors, brake pads, put them on, got everything changed out for the front driver and the rear passenger were seized, so I had to do a lot of work on that. I mean, it was freaking tough. I mean, my legs are sore, my arms are sore, my fingers are killing me. I mean, I am all chewed up on my fingertips from doing all that stuff. And then top it off, she's got the keyed lugs, so every lug needs a special key to take them off, and it's like, couldn't just be nice and, you know, make it easy and have a regular lug nuts on it. No, but got that all fixed up. Slother, he was doing a live stream last night, and after we had finished all the stuff on his wife's car, had dinner, he was doing a live stream for the hurricanes and everything, and I mean, it was a tough one last night, but I found out that he was doing it for charity, and the charity had a price set, and if it got over a certain price, that he would live stream in an Oogie Boogie costume. So I had to jump online and fulfill the donation max and get him to wear that damn thing during his live stream. So that was fun. But yeah, these FOMI clips go with steel. Thread locker, leave the air in the bottle. For the love of God, leave the air in the bottle. Other than that, it's been a wild ride. I mean, I'm doing what I can when I can. Still looking for donations for the GKD 350 mini Jeep. I'm still at it. I'm still adamant about it. If anything, tax time will come, and I'll see what I could do then. Because I am currently doing payment plans for my hospital visits, and that's a 6-year payment plan. 6 years to pay off my bills for the hospital because of my heart conditions and shit like that. So there's that, but still here, still kicking, still pushing forward. Shit happens. You know, I'm not going to be in this line of work forever. So I know that, you know, the more I can get now, the more I have freedom later, because I'm not gonna be able to drop $2,500 on a welder later on. I'm not gonna be able to just go, you know what, I want to do this, and drop $10,000 on property. I'm not gonna be able to do that. I'm not gonna be able to do that. I mean, my job is dependent on how long somebody can live in hospice. That's the sad side. So, I mean, I'm living it up while I can, but I've hit a point where my personal visits to the hospital have set me back a lot. Putting money down on my saving my dog's life. Saving my dog's life cost me $7,000. I mean, that was a heavy hit. I mean, she's my deaf little dork, but I love her to death. And saving her life, that was thousands of dollars. Ladybird, Peanut, when she got sick, that was another $2,500. So, I mean, I have no problem dropping a card on them. I have an extremely hard time spending money on myself when it comes to my health, because as far as I see, if God calls me home, he calls me home. But I don't want to lose them. I don't want to lose my friends. I don't want to lose my family. I could care less about myself. It's the people and the animals that I love that matter to me. So, I mean, it's just how it is. Hi. You want to come up here? You want to come up here? No. What? You want to? Come on. Don't grunt at me, Gorford. Yeah. This my puppy. This my puppy right here. Okay. Next. Yeah. This little butthead. She cost me thousands of dollars the first week that I had her. Saved her from the dog pound. They told me that she was healthy and checked out by a vet, and she was doing great. And the first week I had her, she was doing nothing but bleeding from both ends. Took her up to the vet, and yeah, she had all kinds of internal damage, intestinal damage, pancreas damage, 100% stone deaf. And they're like, yeah, she's had this for years. Yeah. My local shelter is horrible, to say the least. But, it is what it is. Yeah. It's like, will I ever recover financially? Maybe over time. I'm like, I'm like 2 years behind financially, for what I have going on right now. But I'm still pushing forward. I'm finally over the mark when it comes to YouTube, so I can finally go with that. Well, at least I can apply for it. Probably won't get it because I've got a potty mouth. But it's all sentence enhancers, and if they don't like the way I talk, then that's on them, not on me. This is how I talk. That's who I am. That's why I'm here. I don't care what others think about me. I don't care if somebody goes, "Oh, you swear too much." Well, you can go eat a bag of dicks. I don't care. I'm not going to be the guy at the church meeting, saying, "Gosh darn it," and "Golly gee willikers." That's not me. holding back what you want to say is more mentally damaging than saying what you want to say, because you're putting a filter on yourself is mentally damaging, and it really screws with your psyche. You get hurt, you let out all the bad words that you can think of, and that sends endorphins throughout your body, sends it to your brain. You heal better that way. It's just science, man. But I'm off. I'm gonna go do whatever I was thinking about doing or something. I don't know. I really don't know. I got this stuff done, and my brain's like, hey, do this, and this is where I am. I had plans to do something else, but I have no clue what it was now. 'Tis the season, I guess. So, see you guys on the next one.